God says something very serious is about to happen to you in the next 15 minutes. Jesus is begging you to listen to God now before it's too late. You are not reading this by accident, and you must not scroll away, because what is about to unfold around you is deeply real and very close to your life right now. I am telling you clearly that the next 15 minutes carry weight, and something is shifting that can either bless you or trouble you depending on what you do in this moment. I need your attention, your stillness, and your heart, because I am reaching for you with urgency and care. Do not take this lightly, because what you choose right now will decide how you walk into what is coming. Stay with these words, because within them is protection, direction, and a way forward that you cannot afford to miss. Type Amen if you believe. I am not trying to frighten you, but I am calling you into awareness, because you have been distracted and you have been ignoring the quiet nudges that were meant to guide you. What is about to happen is connected to decisions, thoughts, and actions that have been building quietly over time. I have been watching you, not with anger alone, but with concern, because you are standing at a point where your next step matters more than ever before. This is not random, and it is not a coincidence that you are hearing this now. It is a moment of intervention, and I am stepping in before things move too far in a direction that could hurt you. Pause for a second and feel the seriousness of this moment. And if something inside you feels this truth gently like this, so more hearts can be reached in time. You have been carrying things in your heart that you did not release. And those things have been shaping your path in ways you did not fully see. I know your struggles, your silent battles, and the weight you carry when no one else is looking. I know the choices you made when you felt tired, when you felt alone, and when you felt like no one understood you. But I am telling you now that you are not alone, and you have never been alone, even in your weakest moments. This is why I am speaking to you now, because I still care deeply about where you are going. There is a situation forming around you, something that may involve a decision, a conversation, or an action that feels small but carries a deeper impact. If you move without thinking, if you react instead of listening, you may step into something that brings confusion, regret, or pain. That is why I am asking you to slow down, to listen carefully, and to let my presence guide your next move. You do not need to rush, and you do not need to panic, but you must be aware. Awareness will protect you, and obedience will lead you into safety. Type 11. If you trust in Jesus, I see your heart, and I see that you want peace. Even if you do not always know how to find it, I see that you are trying even when it feels like you are failing. I see the effort that no one else notices, and I honor it. But I also see where you are about to make a mistake if you continue without stopping to listen. This is not a punishment. It is a warning filled with love, because I want to keep you from harm. The next 15 minutes are not just about time. They are about a window of clarity that is opening for you. If you quiet your mind, you will feel what is right and what is not. If you pay attention, you will notice the sign, the hesitation, or the feeling that tells you to step back or move differently. Do not ignore that feeling, because it is my voice reaching you in a way that you can understand. I speak to you through your spirit, through your thoughts, and through the stillness that you often overlook. You have been chosen to hear this, because you are not meant to walk blindly into what is coming. You are meant to be guided, protected, and lifted above what could harm you. But protection requires your cooperation, and guidance requires your attention. I will not force you, but I will warn you. And I am warning you now, because I love you too much to stay silent. Listen closely, because this moment matters more than you realize. There is still time to shift, still time to choose wisely, and still time to align yourself with what is right. You are not trapped, and you are not without hope. In fact, this warning itself is proof that I am working in your life even when you do not see it clearly. I am reaching into your situation to redirect you before something becomes heavier than it needs to be. Take a deep breath and let go of the rush that is trying to push you forward without thinking. You do not need to react quickly. You need to respond wisely. There is a difference, and that difference will shape what happens next in your life. I am giving you a moment to pause, to think, and to listen, because within that pause is your protection. You are stronger than you feel, and you are more guided than you realize. Even now, I am surrounding you with care, watching over your steps and preparing a way that leads to peace instead of confusion. But you must stay connected to me in this moment, because distraction is the enemy of clarity. Stay focused, stay calm, and stay open to what I am showing you. Is it finally time to try the same CIA secret ritual that's changing lives in seconds? This newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual transforming lives overnight. Scientifically validated by 4 neuroscience labs. It rewires your mind to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and exotic travel. But this secret won't be online much longer. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently removed. This is not the end of your story, and it is not a moment of fear. It is a moment of awakening. I am pulling you closer so you can see clearly, so you can move wisely, and so you can avoid what is not meant for you. Trust me in this moment because I see what you cannot see and I know what is ahead. It is my way of touching your spirit so you do not walk blindly into a situation that could have been avoided. Stay grounded right now because the next steps you take must come from clarity, not emotion. There are moments in life where a single reaction can create a chain of events, and you are standing inside one of those moments right now. If you respond out of frustration, fear, or impulse, you may open a door that leads to confusion and regret. But if you choose stillness, if you choose to listen instead of react, you will see a different path appear in front of you. I am guiding you away from unnecessary pain, but you must slow down enough to notice my direction. I am not far from you. I am closer than your breath, waiting for you to acknowledge me in this moment. Type yes to affirm. There is a conversation that may happen, a message you may receive, or a thought that may push you to act quickly. I am asking you to pause before you respond because not every thought is meant to be followed, and not every situation deserves your immediate reaction. Some things require patience and some things require silence. I am teaching you the power of restraint because restraint will protect you in ways that force never could. What feels urgent is not always important, and what feels quiet is often where my voice is found. You have been learning even when you did not realize it. And this moment is a test of that learning. Not a test meant to harm you, but a test meant to strengthen you and show you that you are growing. I have been shaping your heart, guiding your thoughts, and preparing you for moments exactly like this. You are not the same person you were before, even if you sometimes feel like you are. There is wisdom inside you now that was not there before, and I want you to use it. There is also something trying to pull your attention away from what matters right now. Could be distraction, could be worry, or it could be something that looks harmless but is leading you off course. I am asking you to stay focused because distraction is one of the easiest ways for you to miss what I am doing in your life. When you are distracted, you stop listening, and when you stop listening, you move without guidance. I do not want that for you, especially not in this moment. Type 777 to receive blessings. You are being protected in ways you cannot see. And even now, I am placing a boundary around you. There are things that could have already gone wrong, but they did not because I intervened. This is not to make you afraid, but to make you aware of how deeply you are cared for. I do not leave you alone to face everything by yourself. Even when it feels that way, my presence is constant even in your quietest and most uncertain moments. But protection also requires your willingness to listen and follow. I will guide you, but I will not force your choices. If you ignore what you feel right now, if you push past the hesitation I am placing in your spirit, you may still walk into something that could have been avoided. That is why I am repeating this to you, because repetition is sometimes the only way to break through distraction. I want you to be safe. I want you to be at peace. And I want you to walk in clarity. There is also a deeper layer to what is happening. Something that goes beyond the surface situation. This moment is not only about avoiding a mistake. It is also about aligning yourself with a better path. When you choose to listen now, you are not just avoiding harm. You are stepping into growth. You are learning how to move with wisdom instead of impulse, and that will shape your future in powerful ways. Every small decision like this builds the life you are walking into. I know that sometimes you feel tired of always having to be careful, always having to think deeply before you act. But understand that this is not a burden. It is a form of protection. You are being guided because your life has value and your path has purpose. I do not guide what is meaningless. I guide what matters. And you matter more than you realize, even when you doubt yourself. Right now, I want you to breathe slowly and let your mind settle. Do not rush into anything. Do not let urgency control you, and do not let fear speak louder than my voice. I am here with you, steady and calm, showing you the way forward one step at a time. You do not need to see the entire path. You only need to take the next right step. And I am giving you the clarity to do that. There is peace waiting for you on the other side of this moment. But that peace depends on your willingness to listen. If you follow the calm direction you feel inside, you will move into that peace without struggle. If you ignore it, you may find yourself dealing with unnecessary stress that could have been avoided. The choice is in front of you, and I trust you to make it wisely. You are capable and you are not alone. Why is the government working so hard to bury the 7 brain ritual? A stunning CIA leak has just exposed a 7-second brain ritual now allowing regular people to clear debt and invite unstoppable wealth. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this easy-a-thome method is transforming financial struggles into dream lifestyles. New homes, vehicles, vacations, it's all becoming possible. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Stay close to me in your thoughts even after this moment passes. Let this be a reminder that I am always speaking, always guiding, and always watching over you. You do not need to wait for something serious to happen to hear my voice. I am always near, ready to lead you into peace, protection, and purpose. But you must stay open and you must keep listening. There is a pattern you have followed before, a habit of reacting quickly when you feel pressure, and that pattern is being challenged right now. You are being given a chance to respond differently, to step out of the cycle that once led you into confusion. This is not about perfection. It is about awareness and growth. I am showing you that you are capable of choosing a better path even when it feels difficult. The strength to do that is already inside you, and I am bringing it forward now. Type 2. If you trust God, I see the thoughts moving through your mind. Some of them pushing you toward action. Some of them filling you with doubt. Not every thought deserves your attention, and not every feeling needs to control your decisions. You are learning to separate what is true from what is temporary. When you pause and listen, you will notice a calm voice within you, steady and clear. That voice is mine, and it will never lead you into harm. There may be someone connected to what is about to happen. A person whose words or actions could influence your next step. I want you to be careful not to give anyone the power to rush you or confuse you. You do not need to prove anything, and you do not need to respond immediately to satisfy anyone else. Your peace is more important than their urgency. Stand firm in that and let my guidance shape your response. You are not weak for taking your time, and you are not wrong for choosing silence when needed. Silence can protect you, and patience can reveal what haste would hide. I am teaching you that wisdom is not loud. It is calm and steady. When you follow that calm, you will avoid unnecessary conflict and move in a way that brings clarity instead of regret. Trust this process because it is leading you somewhere better. Type 1010 to claim miracles. There is also a deeper layer of protection around you that you may not fully understand, but it is real. I am holding back things that you are not meant to face, and I am redirecting paths that would not serve your future. Even when you feel uncertain, know that I am working behind the scenes in ways you cannot see. This moment is one of those times where my unseen work is active in your life. You are being guarded even now, but I want you to participate in this protection by staying aligned with me. When you feel that inner pause, honor it. When you feel a sense to step back, follow it. These are not random feelings. They are signals meant to guide you. If you ignore them, you may find yourself stepping into something heavier than necessary. I am not removing your freedom. I am giving you guidance, so your freedom leads you to peace. There is also something important about your environment right now. Something that may seem ordinary but holds a subtle influence over you. Could be noise, distraction, or even a habit that pulls your focus away from what matters. I am asking you to create a moment of quiet, even if it is just for a short time. In that quiet, you will hear me more clearly. In that stillness, your next step will become easier to understand. You have been through situations before where you wished you had listened sooner, where you felt a warning but ignored it. This is not that moment again. This is a new opportunity to respond differently, to trust what you feel and to move with intention. You are not repeating the past. You are stepping into a better way of living. And I am with you as you do that. There is also a blessing hidden within this warning. Something that will become clear after you pass through this moment with wisdom. When you choose to listen now, you are not only avoiding harm, you are opening yourself to something better. That better path may not be immediately visible, but it is real. I am leading you toward it one careful step at a time. Do not let fear take over your heart, because fear will cloud your vision. Instead, let trust guide you, because trust will keep you steady. I am not bringing this to you to create anxiety. I am bringing it to you to create awareness. Awareness is your strength right now, and it will help you move with clarity instead of confusion. Stay calm and stay connected to me. You are not alone in this. Even if it feels like you are the only one making this decision, I am right here, closer than you realize, guiding you through every thought and every feeling. Lean into that presence and let it bring you peace. You do not need to figure everything out on your own. I am already ahead of you, preparing the way. As these minutes continue to pass, remember that your response matters more than the situation itself. You cannot control everything that happens, but you can control how you respond. And that response will shape what comes next. Choose wisely, choose calmly, and choose with me in your heart. You are being strengthened through this moment, even if it feels uncertain. Every time you choose to listen instead of react, you are becoming wiser. Every time you choose patience over impulse, you are building a stronger foundation for your life. This is how growth happens, quietly and steadily. And I am proud of you for staying here and listening. Do you know why everyone's whispering about this 7 CIA ritual? A brainwave ritual leaked from the CIA is changing lives across the globe. Proven by neuroscience, this 7-second method helps regular people attract money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know the secret before it's deleted forever. There is a difference between reacting blindly and moving with understanding. And I am guiding you toward understanding. Stay attentive, because even the smallest shift in your response can change the outcome. There is something about your emotions right now that needs your attention, because they are trying to rise quickly and push you into action. You may feel a sudden urge to respond, to speak, or to decide something without taking a moment to reflect. That urge is where many mistakes begin. And that is why I am asking you to slow down. When emotions move faster than wisdom, clarity is lost and confusion follows. But when you pause, when you breathe, and when you listen, clarity returns and your path becomes steady again. Type 1, 212. If you trust in Jesus, you have been placed in this exact moment for a reason, and it is not to fail but to grow. This is a point where your awareness is being strengthened, where your ability to listen is being tested, and where your trust in me is being deepened. You are not being set up to fall. You are being guided to rise above what once held you back. I see your effort, and I see your willingness to stay present even when things feel uncertain. That willingness is opening a door for you to walk into something better. There is also a quiet protection that has already been placed over your life. Something that is holding back outcomes that could have been harmful. You may never see everything I have already prevented, but know that my hand has been active in your life long before this moment. This is not the first time I have guided you, and it will not be the last. But right now your cooperation is needed, because this is a moment where your awareness must meet my guidance together. That is how protection becomes complete. You may notice that something feels different about this moment, as if time has slowed slightly, or as if your thoughts are more noticeable than usual. That is not your imagination. It is your awareness increasing. When awareness increases, you begin to see things you would normally overlook. This is a gift, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. It is allowing you to move with intention in